Let's go! Yes!
It comes!
Welcome back everyone to another episode of our Final Fantasy X No Sphere Grid Guide. This episode will be tackling Sanctuary Keeper, and although the boss has a lot of tricks up its sleeve, it's actually not very difficult to defeat in No Sphere Grid. As long as you've got Auron equipped with a plus 10% HP armour and Rikku in SOS Haste, the first initial turns will set you up for the rest of the boss battle. One of Sanctuary Keeper's many tricks is to cast haste on itself if it's under slow. We can negate that though by using a star curtain on it. And since it's susceptible to slow, we can use one of the silver hourglasses we picked up through capturing all of the monsters in the Cavern of the Stolen Faith. Surviving the Sanctuary's next attack is the only bit of luck you need in this battle. And because it's a special attack and not a physical or a magical, I've not given Auron a light or a lunar curtain, but opted to give him a chocobo feather instead. This ensures Auron gets multiple turns after the big attack. That attack can do up to 1058 damage, and it also inflicts silence, confuse and sleep. If you avoid confuse and sleep, you've practically won this battle. Haste coming in real clutch there on Auron, being able to revive both Rikku and Wakka, giving us another turn ahead of the next Sanctuary Keeper attack. Inflicting Darkness will allow you to evade the physical punch and tail sweep attacks. So what I would recommend is throwing a smoke bomb at this point. Because I don't have any smoke bombs though, I've opted to go for a Calamity Bomb, which will inflict darkness, poison, and inflict a bit of damage for me. Since the Sanctuary Keeper remains in slow status, any action towards it will counter with haste. That's what you're seeing here. There's that darkness coming in clutch, being able to avoid the physical attack. Now Wakka doesn't really have a lot to do in this battle, but considering he has evade and counter, I've chosen to keep him in the front line. And if darkness wears off, he's able to avoid some of those physical attacks. Phase 2 of this battle now is all about getting the Sanctuary Keeper below 20,000 health and just recovering from the mana beam attack or any physical attack that hits through darkness. One thing to call out is Sanctuary Keeper's basic attack pattern. Photon Wings is followed by an attack on the character with the highest HP, then an attack on a random character, then Mana Breath, which no character can survive, but that only hits one of them, and then it goes into a bunch of decision making. After those decisions, which we can avoid by using the Star Curtain and Reflect, it then goes back to Photon Wings. That's why it's essential to keep Auron's health topped up to maximum. As you've seen, our main damage output is going to be elemental gems. We picked up loads of those water gems in part 19. We're lucky we only saw Mana Beam once in this fight, and it just so happened to have been used on Wakka, which is the best person it could have been used on. Auron, you've got to get back up to full HP, and Rikku, you've got to get back into haste. It's always best to keep dead characters alive using a Phoenix down, because you never know when you're going to need to evade an attack or top up HP or revive another character. At about this point you need to be mindful of Sanctuary Keeper's health to make sure it isn't below 20,000. Because if it gets a turn below 20,000, it will reflect on the character with the lowest HP. And considering that's going to be Rikku most of the time, that's going to cause you some issues if you're not careful. There's that reflect coming in on Rikku. You'll notice though that we've got a lot of turns at this point, and because we've set up this battle so well, we can actually defeat Sanctuary Keeper in the next phase without worrying about Reflect, without taking out Rikku, without worrying about Mana Beam. Now, even though the Sanctuary Keeper inflicted haste back off Rikku onto itself, we're still going to be able to get 3 turns before it gets the next attack, which is enough to use 3 water gems to get the victory. At this point, I did wonder if we were going to get that last turn with Rikku in order to get the extra water gem damage in, but use is a quick action and allows us an extra turn. Just doing my final checks to make sure that we seal the deal on Sanctuary Keeper. Get in, we got that victory. Let's go! Yes!
Hey, can't we rest a little?
No need. We reach the summit soon.
I know. That's why I want to stop for a bit. Soon means that there's not much time left.
Rikku.
Fine. I'll think on the way.
Hey, come on, let's go.
We are. Almost there, aren't we?
We've come a long way.
What's so funny?
You remind me of myself. Before, the closer I came to Zanarkand, the more I wondered. When we arrive, Braska will call the final Aeon. He will fight Sin, then die. I thought my mind was made up long before. But when I stood here, my resolve wavered.
Never would have figured. Legendary Guardians choke sometimes too, yeah?
Legendary Guardian. I was just a boy. A boy about your age, actually. I wanted to change the world too. But I changed nothing. That is my story.
Thanks for watching. If you've enjoyed the content, consider dropping a like and subscribe to the channel so you never miss an episode. Catch you on the next one. Cheers.